Hello everyone, it's Apostolos from EurovisionFan.com.
And it's Apostolis. And here with us today we have
Sheldon Riley. Hello everyone.
Hello Sheldon.
Hello. How are you, Sheldon?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you both?
We're great.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So Sheldon, you are one of the finalists of Eurovision Australia Decides. Would you like to tell us how you decided to participate in this contest?
Yeah, so I'm competing in Australia Decides, which is Australia's national selection show. Basically, I've just been the biggest fan and admirer of Eurovision since I was a little kid. And I guess for me, being a part of Eurovision has always been something I've wanted to do. And I guess, you know, this is kind of step one if I want to compete to represent my country. So yeah, I guess I've just been wanting to do it for so long, and this is the time. It's now.
So tell us a little bit about your song. What is the message behind your song, your entry?
Yeah, my song's called Not the Same. I wrote it myself a fair few years ago. I actually wrote it more as a poem to myself on an old Facebook account back in 2015. And I found my old Facebook account about a year ago, and I saw these lyrics. I'm like, I want to turn it into a song. And essentially it's just about me growing up. And when I was writing, I guess I was just so proud of how far I'd come. And that's kind of what the lyrics are reflective of, just me growing up and kind of giving a reason as to why I am the person I am today.
So this song was written especially for Eurovision?
Mm-hmm. No, not necessarily. It wasn't written for Eurovision. It was kind of the song I never thought I was ever going to actually sing, if that makes any sense. It was kind of a personal song just for me. It was a song of growth, and I sent SBS, which is our broadcaster here in Australia for Eurovision, a few different songs, just saying, here, maybe this one would work, maybe this one, and nothing quite fit right. And then they sent me some songs, and they weren't quite right either. So I was like, I never wanted to share this one, but I just said, what about this one? And they loved it. So I didn't change it or alter it to be more of a, you know, a Eurovision song. It just kind of fit right, and it felt right.
So about your stage performance, what should we expect from you?
Sorry, it's going to be really major, very big. I don't know if you've seen anything I've done in the past, but
of course,
of course, like in The Voice of Australia.
Yeah, The Voice was definitely a good representation of what I'm capable of, but this is going to be so much more. It's very inspired by James Bond, just very big and cinematic, and it's very dark, and it kind of just flows really beautifully with the like the visual and the music really go together quite nicely. It's the song tells a bit of a story of isolation and that feeling of being alone. So the staging kind of reflects that, and it's very dark, and the outfit is incredible. I didn't make it, but I collaborated with a designer, and we've made a beautiful outfit. I think it's stunning. Yeah, I'm really excited about the performance.
So Australia Eurovision Decides this year has many good singers, talented singers. Do you have any favorite from the other contestants?
Look, I actually know a fair few of them. Australia is quite a tight country. It's not as big as many other places. I'm waiting to hear everybody's song first. I don't look at anyone as competition. I mean, I've sung with a lot of these people before, so I'm really just going in to compete with myself. And I think my eyes are just so set on actually competing in Italy at this point that I'm not really focused on the competition element of this. I'm just so excited and grateful to have this opportunity. So yeah, but I'll wait and see the songs first once they're all released. I believe a lot of them are getting released soon, and I'm looking forward to hearing what people are going to put forward.
Okay, so let's talk about Eurovision now. Could you please
Yeah.
tell us your favorite Australian entry from Eurovision?
Do you guys know Dami Im
Of
with
course.
Sound of
Of
Silence?
course.
I mean, probably Dami. She kind of paved the way for Australia to say we're going to be competing from now on, and she killed it. But yeah, either Dami Im or maybe Kate Miller-Heidke, the swinging
Yes.
and the
Zero gravity.
yeah, Zero Gravity. I still listen to that song every day. So yeah, between those two, but probably Dami. She really inspired me.
Do you have any favorite Eurovision in general?
Just in general, I really fell in love with Barbara Pravi from France last year with Voila. I used to say that, and I still do. I used to say that Conchita with Rise Like a Phoenix was my absolute everything, and you know it still is. But Voila really stole my heart last year.
Was Eurovision always a dream of you?
Yeah, I mean, always. I think again, looking at my performances on The Voice or even America's Got Talent, I've never really been in those competitions, if that makes any sense. Like I didn't go into The Voice, oh, I want to win The Voice. I went into The Voice going, how can I make this performance as Eurovision and crazy and huge and just mind-blowing as possible. I come from a very reserved family. I come from a livelihood growing up where I didn't know how much I was going to achieve. So when I started performing on bigger platforms and bigger stages, I just said I always want everything to feel like a Eurovision performance, because it just reminded me of that fantasy and that imagination I had as a kid when I didn't know what was possible. But you know, Eurovision was doing it.
If you have to choose any Eurovision artist to make a duet, who you would choose?
That's a tough one. It would have to be between probably Duncan Lawrence. I would love to work with Duncan, Barbara Pravi as well, or Salvador, the winner from Portugal. I would love to sing with him. His voice is gorgeous.
And now, could you please tell us what or who was your inspiration to go into the music industry?
Into the industry, I wanted to start singing because of Amy Winehouse. I wanted to start writing because of Adele, and I wanted to start performing because of Lady Gaga. So probably those three.
As we know, you have participated in many talent shows like The Voice of Australia, America's Got Talent. Would you like to tell us a little things about this experience?
Yeah, what would you like to know? I mean, I could talk to you about it for ages. They were both very exciting opportunities, and both shows that I've always watched, especially America's Got Talent. I mean, I remember watching people audition for that show when I was a tiny little kid, wanting to go up and sing in front of Simon Cowell, who I thought was just the angriest, nastiest man. And then when you meet him, he's actually super lovely. They were both just very big experiences that I'm very grateful for. I mean, there are a lot of people that do reality TV shows and come off those shows very unhappy and really disappointed about what's happened, whether it be because of the way they were edited or the way that they performed. They might not be happy, but I went onto those shows being very open and very honest and being very brave as well. I mean, in Australia, we've come a long way, but what I did on The Voice was very it challenged a lot of people visually and sonically. So yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful for the experiences that I've had in my life.
Nice to hear that. And
Ah.
what are your plans after Australia decides?
I mean, I hope I win. I know
Of course.
Of course.
But regardless of the outcome, I definitely want to release more music. I've got more music just waiting to be released. I'm just kind of waiting for the right time. I also think it's just about time to go on tour as well and start meeting people from around the world that have watched me. I never thought I would be able to organize shows in other countries, but I mean, my interaction on social media comes more from Europe and Asia and America than what it does from Australia. So I definitely think it's time to tour around and sing in front of audiences and, you know, bring myself to the world.
When your song for the Eurovision will be released?
It's being released on the 15th of February, so in just over 12 days from now. It's very soon. I believe I'll be the last person in Australia that's competing at the at Australia Decides to release their song. So that's nerve-wracking, but I'm I'm excited for people to hear it, and I personally think it's worth the wait. I'm really excited for people to hear it. It's probably my best work yet.
But I think
Can't wait to hear it.
sooner than that, we're gonna hear a snippet of it.
Yeah, there'll be little snippets of it here and there. I'm actually really I don't know when this interview is being released, but I'm releasing a snippet of it on my Instagram tomorrow morning. So in about 10 hours from now, there will be the first snippet of the song. It's just the chorus, but yeah, I'm being very sneaky with the song. I don't want to give too much away. There's lots of surprises in the song.
So, Sheldon, thank you very much for this beautiful interview. We wish you the best of luck. Hope to see you in Turin.
Oh, thank you so much. That means the world. I mean, I've when I tell you that Eurovision has been my #1 goal in my life, I mean, there have been so many times where I've walked into a producer's office or a manager's office, or even just to a record label for advice, and I get in so much trouble because all I can talk about is Eurovision and how much it inspires me. So I'm so grateful for to chat with you guys, because, you know, I love to chat Eurovision.
We hope to see you. We hope to see you in Turin, in Italy this year.
I hope so. Thank you so much for having me and for chatting.
Thank you very much.
Good night to Australia.
Thank you. I'll talk to you both soon.
Bye.
Ooh.